Welcome to a new session of Ofmos. Today we're going to be using the pieces from the Essential Edition. As you can see, they're simple cylinders with triangles, squares, and pentagons, which on the board the triangles go in the first column, so they're the simpler complexity, the lower complexity products, squares in the middle, and then pentagons. We're also going to be using the scenario layer from the Essential Edition, which will be offered on Kickstarter soon. And here what you see, you have, for the triangles, we have small cars. For the squares, we have mid-sized cars, and then for pentagons, we have large cars. On the value axis, the vertical axis, we have premium features at the top, average features in the middle, and then basic features. So as a product or a business is being operated, as it moves down, that particular product, that car, moves from premium features towards basic features. So you can think of ABS, like anti-block system, or even automatic gearboxes, all kinds of features that a while back they were premium and now they're basic. So that's kind of the phenomena of commoditization in a nutshell. So without wasting too much time, we're going to get started. Each CEO has 18 products to launch and an initial fund of $165. So we're going to roll the dice, and the dice will point to one of the 9 areas on the board, which is right now 3-notch square, and the profit associated with that area is 6. So I'm going to roll 2, and that's 1-notch square, which is 4. So my opponent will move first because she had the higher profit associated with that roll. So there's an investment fee associated with each area. So in that case, it's 6. She paid 6. I rolled now 2-notch pentagon, which takes me here, and it will cost me 8. Okay, 2-notch triangle. It's 2. 2-notch pentagon. It's another 8. 2-notch square. That's 5. Investment of 5. 1-notch square. That's a 4 for me. 1-notch triangle. That's 1. 1-notch triangle. As you know from the instructions, when I introduce, or my opponent, when a player introduces a piece on the board, you can actually push your opponent if the opponent's piece is in one of the entry cells, which are the cells at the top of an area. And I forgot to pay the 1 investment. Okay. 2-notch triangle. One-notch square. So that's a 4. 3-notch triangle. That's 3. 1-notch pentagon. Okay, and with this, I'm making actually the first synergy or alignment of the game. The new alignments or new synergies happen when you bring together at least 3 pieces adjacent horizontally, so next to each other horizontally. In this case, you either pay, or if it was a different move, you either when you calculate, there's the profit or the investment associated with the move. In this case, it's an investment, which was 7, and then you get a bonus for each one of the pieces. So it's 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 7, and then minus 7 for the investment. So I'm getting 8. One-notch pentagon. Nice. 3-notch triangle. So what's happening when you are pushing your competitor, you can think of this as entering a market that had a single player. That player was able to kind of be positioned to be perceived at a higher value, so it was a little bit more special. When you enter that market, automatically the value of that vendor, the value of that product drops. So this is what this particular move represents. 2-notch square. Nice. That's 5. 2-notch square. So I'm gonna push my competitor, and at the same time I'm making another synergy or alignment. So 5 for the investment, that's a negative, plus 5, so this cancels out. And then I have bonus for these two, so 8 plus 8, so I'm getting 16. One-notch square. Nice. Okay, so that's 4 investment. One-notch square. One thing that I didn't mention, but in the instructions you'll find it easily, you cannot push a competitor if there's something in front, whether it's the competitor's piece or my piece. I cannot push this blue Ofmos here, but I cannot push my piece either. So fortunately this was available, so I'm going to place it here, and at the same time I'm making another alignment, so this cancels out, and then I have bonus 4 plus 1, I'm getting a 5. Two-notch triangle. So the two-notch triangle is a small car average feature, and she got an alignment, so that's 4. Two-notch pentagon. I already introduced all my pentagons. My large cards are already on the board, so now I can move in the selected area, which is this one here. So I will make a move, and by moving I'm operating the business, meaning I am generating an operating profit of 8. Two-notch pentagon. Okay, that's an investment of 8. One-notch triangle, which is small car. So this here is the first addition to an alignment. So if there's already a group of at least 3 pieces, adjacent pieces next to each other, for which you already collected bonus, when you add new pieces to that formation, you're only going to get bonus for those additions. So in this case, we do get a 1, but there was a cost, an investment cost of 1, so it's 0 for me. One, so basic feature, small car, bringing this to market now. Okay. One square, one-notch square. That's, let's see, okay, I cannot push anything, but I can make a move. So I'm moving down and I'm making another alignment. So in this case, there was a profit, operating profit of 4, and then I get 4, 4, and 7. So 12 plus 7, 19. I'm collecting profit and a bonus. So the incoming cash, it's 19. Two-notch pentagon. Okay. Two-notch square, and I could choose to introduce, because I still have inactive businesses or Ofmos to launch, but I will choose instead to make a move. And once you have the pieces on the board, you can actually take out your competitor with the downward move. In this case, I'm gonna take her out. So I'm making 5 from the move, and then there's the bonus for alignment. So it's 5 plus 5, it's 10, and then 16, so 26 total. Actually, hold on, let me get 6 in singles because I didn't have. Okay. 2-notch pentagon. No, that's a square. So you're out of pentagons. They're on the board, so you can only make a move. Okay, so you're taking me out. Okay. So you can put the out pieces, the dead Ofmos. In the instructions, I selected a box kind of at the bottom here, but depending on your space, where you play, just make sure that they don't mix with the Ofmos. You're ready. They're inactive, but they're alive. They're part of your portfolio or to be launched businesses. So in this case, we're going to put them somewhere here at the top, just because it's more convenient. Okay. 1-notch pentagon. So this is the area that I can make a move. So I'll just move downwards, and that brings me a 7. One-notch triangle. Okay, that's 1. 2-notch triangle. So I'm gonna push yours down, and I'm paying 2 as an investment. 1-notch pentagon. Okay, you're making 7. 1-notch square. So I'm going to place this here, and as you can see, I'm creating an alignment. Yeah. So this cancels itself out. So then I have 4 plus 1, so I'm making 5. I guess let me just get 5 as singles. Okay. 1 square or mid-size cars. Okay, so this is out. Two pentagon. So in this case, I'll choose to make a lateral move, which doesn't cost any money. It's 0, and it represents product innovation. It's as if I increased the complexity of that car, right? I made it just slightly more complex. So the profit that I would have gained from operating the business was pretty much canceled by the costs of innovation or the costs of increasing the complexity of that car. Oops, let me roll again. 1-notch triangle. So I'm gonna move downwards, taking out my competitor, and then basically I created a synergy, an alignment here by bringing 4 pieces. Again, remember when you create a new alignment, it has to be at least 3, but it can be more than that. So 1 from the move, and then we have 1, 1, so that's 3 total, and 8, so 11 incoming cash for me. 3-notch pentagon. As you can see, my opponent doesn't have options to move there. So in this case, she can roll again, gaining what is called an earned new chance. So she paid the 9 that's associated with that area, and she rolled again. So this is 2-notch triangle. Okay, and you making 2. 3-notch triangle, and I'm paying 3. 2-notch pentagon. Okay, you're making 8. Okay, 3-notch square. Okay. Let's rearrange this. Is it good? Just a little hiccup here. Let's put it. Okay. This is a good example. Yeah, you gotta be thoughtful about the space, the surface that you're gonna use to play the game. Accidents can happen. So, okay, whose turn was it mine? Okay, let's. So 3. Oh, it was mine because that's why I was so eager. I'm like, this is a good move here. So let's. So I'm introducing this mid-size car, premium features, and I'm creating basically a synergy here at the top. So the product that I introduced, the product itself, again, cancels itself out, and then I'm getting collecting profit or bonuses for these two. So it's 6. Let me get 6. Okay. 2 pentagon. That's for you. Okay, that's 8. Okay. 2 square. So I'm gonna move down. I'm making 5. Okay, 1 square. Okay, so this is out as well. So I still have these to enter. Okay, 2 triangle. So I'm going to place this here, and that will cost me $2 as investment. 2 triangle. Nice, that's an alignment. So it's 2 from the move and then 6 as bonus, so that's 8. 2 triangle, and in my case, you see the difference. I'm collecting only 4 because I had to pay the investment. So the bonus is the same, 6, as it was for my opponent, 6. But in her case, she had an additional operating profit from the move, which was +2. In my case, it's -2 because it's investment. So I'm collecting 4. Actually, that was 6. Okay, this is out. Okay. 1 pentagon. I don't have anything there, so I'm gonna pay my attempt or the cost of my attempt to launch a business there, which is 7, and that's gonna earn me a new chance to roll again. So 3 triangle, and this is addition to an existing alignment. So I'm only getting bonus for this piece, but because I'm paying the investment, it's basically 0. One square. Okay, that's an investment of 4. 3-notch triangle. So I'm gonna take out my opponent here, moving down, and I am collecting an operating profit of 3. Two triangle, and that's 2. Oops, okay. 2 triangle. So I'm taking out my competitor and I'm making an operating profit of 2. 2 square. That's 5. Okay, I guess, yeah, we can, I'll try to put some tens back there and get hundreds. Let's see, so this is 5, just, okay, 5. Okay, we got 100, and I'm rolling, right? 2 pentagon, so I'm gonna do a lateral move, which is, there's no cost, no profit. 2 square, okay, you make it 5. 2 pentagon. So I'm going to take out my competitor, and I am making 8. Two pentagon. Okay, you make 8. 2 triangle. So notice that with this move, I basically launched all my businesses. So let's see how much we make here. So the investment is 2, then the bonus is 2, so that's 0. So I'm collecting 4. Let me get 4. So with this, I finished the the company's expansion stage. This is the first stage in which we roll 2 dice to select the area where we want to make a move. The next time I'm going to be moving, or my next turn, I'm only going to roll 1 die, which suggests that basically my experience as a CEO has grown. So 1 die is going to give me 3 of these 9 areas to choose from when I'm when I'm making my when I'm taking an action. So now basically my competitor is a little bit behind, but just one more thought about the second stage. This is called the restructuring stage. So my objective here is to make 2 adjustments to the portfolio, and these will take, you can think of them as conversions, but what's happening, I need to get rid of some of the lower potential products, like in this case the small cars. So basically I'm divesting 3 small cars and acquiring the capabilities for 2 mid-sized cars. Mechanically, what's going to happen on the board, I'm going to take 3 of these pieces out and bring from the dead, bring 2 squares here as capabilities. That's one adjustment. The other one is 2 squares for 1 pentagon. So you'll see what's happening in a moment. So 3 notches square. Okay, you make 6. So now again, as I said, I can choose any of the dice to make a move. So I'm gonna go with the value dice. So this gives me 2. I could make any move in these 3. So it's 2 notches. So in this strip, these 3 areas, I can make any moves. And because I already have 2 of the squares here, I'm going to choose to do my first adjustment or conversion. So I'm taking 3 triangles out, and I'm bringing 2 squares in, which will have to be launched at subsequent turns. 3-notch triangle. Okay, that's 3. So I'm going to choose now to roll again the value die. I have one more adjustment to make, and of course then launch the new capabilities that I just acquired. But I need to bring a pentagon, or the capabilities for a large car, and get rid of the two mid-sized cars that are already active. So let's roll this. And I got one notch, which is the strip here, so that works for me. I'm taking these 2 squares out, and I'm bringing in the pentagon. So now basically I just have to, and by the way, there's no cost when I'm making those conversions. Okay, 3-notch triangle, and now my opponent has entered the restructuring stage as well. Okay, so I'm gonna, let's say, continue to roll the value. This is 2 notches, so I will choose to introduce the pentagon, or the large car, and I have to pay $8 as an investment, as we did in the initial stage. Okay, pentagon. Okay, that's 8. Profit of 8. No, you're making it. You're making it because you've operated the business. So, okay, let's see. Square. So basically, I could choose. I could introduce this in any of the 3 areas here. So of course, in this particular case, I think I'm gonna go for the higher potential. So that will cost me an investment fee of 6. Okay. Okay, 3 notches. Okay, this is out. Let me roll this. So, okay, so I'm gonna move this, take you out, and I'm making 6. So my opponent, basically, she has all the pieces there in the dead Ofmos pool. She has 2 triangles, so she would need to take out. Perfect. So she can do the first conversion now. So 3 triangles go out, and 2 squares come in as capabilities. Okay, so that's one conversion. So again, square. So let's put this here. So that's 6 as an investment for me. Cost of 6. Notice that with this move, I introduced the newly acquired capabilities, which means that I am now in a 3rd stage of my corporate life cycle, where I simply have to take the pieces out, to exit business completely, and transform everything in cash. Two things to keep in mind here is, moving forward, I will not roll the dice. So basically, I can convert my intent with a probability of 100%. I can choose any area to make a move. And also, there are two additional moves. I can move pieces upwards, and I can, with the lateral moves, I can cross the boundaries. Did I pay for that? I did pay. Okay. Square. Perfect. So, yeah. So my opponent is right behind me. Basically, she just needs to launch those newly acquired capabilities, and then she will enter the third stage as well. So now, as I mentioned, I don't roll the die. So I can make all kinds of moves here in any area. So here, I'm going to move this. So that it's 0 for me. Okay, triangle. Okay, so that gives you a 3. Okay, so I'm gonna, with the lateral move here, making another alignment. So 0 from the move itself, but then I get 3, 6, 6. So that's 15. Yeah, 15. I would roll, so just as a hint, I would roll the other die, because that always gives you a 100% chance to place something on the board. So, yeah, so you can place anything. Okay, so I didn't collect, and actually I didn't put the, yeah, I think I took 20. I just need to put this. Okay. So here's an example. I'm going to move upwards with this piece. So it's basically -6 and -3. So it cost me, that's the extra fee that you pay for the moves, for the upward moves, which is symbolizes value innovation. Basically, you didn't change anything at the product, but something changed in the environment, whether it was legislation or policy, and all of a sudden your product became more valuable. So 9, you pay 9, okay, and okay, 1 notch. Okay, that's 4. Oh, I'm not rolling. So here I'm gonna try to move. Okay, 2 notch. That's 5 investment. Let's see what we have here. So I'm gonna take you out. So that's 3 for me. Okay. 3. Okay. 3 notch. And with this move, basically, we don't roll the dice anymore. So we're both making the moves that we want. We can move, in addition to the actions that we were able to take throughout the game, now we can move upwards and we can cross categories. So all these little dots can you can almost ignore the symbol on them. Okay, so let's see. Okay, I'm gonna move this down. So that's 6 for me. 4. Okay, I'm gonna change, put some of these 10s over there and get another 100. Okay, that's 0. Okay, that's 8. Okay, another accident, but well. Okay. Okay. my turn. So, okay, so making an alignment here. So it's 8 from the move and then 24, so 32. Collecting a, yeah, 32. So that's, okay. Okay, that's 6. You're collecting 6. So let's see if I go. Okay, so that's 6 for me. Okay. So keep in mind, when we play these games, we don't necessarily strategize that much because we try to go through the game as quickly as possible. But when you play the game, you have to think from the very beginning that you're going to get to this stage where things are, the dynamic, it's very similar to chess. So you got to make the most of what you have initially and position everything so then that you can take advantage of this very last stage where the game is very deterministic. Whatever you want to move, you will move. Okay, so my turn. So I'm doing a lateral move there. That's 0. Okay, that's 6 for you. That's 5 for me. Okay, 3. Okay, so this addition to alignment, so it's 5 from the move plus 5 bonus, so that's a 10. Let's see, I might collect another 100. Oh no, those are my hundreds here. Yeah, actually I can. So this can be used also as a strategy. So exchange this. Some people might want to keep their money kind of messy, just because they don't want the opponent to see how much money they have. So it's up to you how you play the game and how you strategize. Okay, so I'm gonna move this one here. It's 0. Okay, that's 9. 6. Move that. Okay, 0. Yeah, 0. Okay. Okay, so I'm making an alignment here. So it's 6 from the move and then another 18, so 24. Let's see, 24. Okay. Let's see. So I'm going to move this upwards. So that's -1, -3. So I pay 4. Okay, that's -7 for you. Okay, that's 0 here. Okay, 9. So take it out. This is 4 for me. Sure, let me put back 6 and take a 10. Okay. That's 9 for you. Six. Nice. That's alignment. So it's 0 from the move, from the lateral move, but then there's 5, 5, and 8. So 18. So connecting 18. Okay. So I'll take you out here, and that's 6 for me. Okay, that's 8 for you. Let's see, but okay, so I'll move this. It's 8. Okay, that's 8. So that's 6. Okay, that's 0. Six. Five for you. 0. Okay, that's 2. I'm going to take this out, so that's 4. I'm making 4 there. And that's exit, so basically 7 from the move out, and with an exit bonus of 3. The exit bonus applies to all the pieces regardless of the category. Okay, so let's say this is 0. Okay, alignment, so 0 from the move, then 2 plus 2 plus 5, that's 9. Okay. So that's 6. Okay. Okay, so making an alignment here, that's 6 plus the bonus for 15, so 21. I'm collecting 21. Okay. Just straighten it. Okay. It's 2. It's 5. Okay, that's 5 for you as well. And it's 4. So let me put back 6. Okay, that's 5 for you. That's 5. Okay, so 5 for me as well. Okay. That's it. Let's see if I can get another 100. If I have enough 10s, it looks like I do.
You're winning, obviously.
Yeah. So as you know in the instructions, I indicated you can agree to stop the game as a mutual agreement if you feel like there's, the situation only worsens. You can agree to stop the game. In some situations, you might concede, basically giving up, in which case you lose. But if you mutually agree to stop it, then you can just count the money. But you got to be careful, because sometimes you don't know for sure whether you have more money than your opponent. So let's say in this situation, my opponent suggests that maybe we should mutually agree to kind of finish the game here. So let's count just to see how much we have. So right here you see there's 400, and then 20, and then I have 5 singles and another 5 singles. So 430 I have. So let's see how much my opponent has. So that's 200.
That's 9.
So 290. Probably, yeah, 300.
It's 300.
Yeah, 305. So, yeah, I don't think, as you can see, I have more pieces on the board. Probably there was not much left there for my opponent to kind of come back. So again, it's important that you strategize from the beginning. You think that as you go through the 3 stages of your company, as your corporation, expansion, restructuring, and conclusion, you think of it as a whole, not as 3 separate stages. So, good game. Okay, guys, hopefully we'll see you soon. Thanks again for watching.